Paddy's going to sing for us, but he's not. He's just after flying in from England, and he's a special job now to do tomorrow. But Paddy Colgan was a good friend of Jim's, and don't forget the event is on the 3rd of August in Clark's Bar, and great build up to it, and we're getting a great opportunity to speak to a lot of people and get a bit of history of Mullingar as well, because these stories have been lost, and I could have spent the whole morning, afternoon and evening talking to Martin, because he came up with a collection of stories, and I believe there's a book on the way, so he was chatting about that. So Paddy Colgan, otherwise known as Cuz.
Cuz, yeah.
Where did Cuz come from? Is that the old Mullingar?
Oh,
Cuz, how's it going, Cuz?
After moving from St Joseph's Colleges over to Dalton Park.
Right.
Everybody had a nickname then, didn't they?
That's right, yeah.
Because
Rooster.
The Rooster, yeah.
All the Rooster's family became Rooster.
Roosters, yeah, and then the Radar McAvoys and...
Radar, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, no doubt. But tell us, you're sat flying in from England at the moment, and you're after meeting a host of superstars even on the way through. But the beauty of it all was, I'm all set here waiting. He drives by, gives you the beep, and it takes him 15 minutes to get down the street, because people shaking hands and they're nodding and you're very welcome home and the whole lot. But you're still so connected to Mullingar.
Yeah. I mean, as I just met Bobby Horn there in the airport, and Bobby said, Mullingar is home, isn't it? I mean, I'm 34 years out of it, like, but it's still home, like, you know.
No doubt, because I meet you at all different events, funerals, parties, weddings, and the whole lot, and you come home for most of them.
Yeah, it's at a stage now. I only go home for hospital appointments now to take the mother to hospital appointments. But
she's lucky to have you.
Yeah, but look, it's great to be able to do it still.
Yeah.
You
now,
know?
You went to England 134 years ago.
34 years ago, yeah.
That was when, in the 80s?
Yes, I'm one thing is, I'm brutal with dates. More bang, he'd tell you what you had for your breakfast at the end of it. Yeah. But I'm terrible for dates. I could name off roughly about 34 years ago, yeah.
And come here, what were you at in Mullingar before that?
I worked with CIA, actually.
Go on.
Yeah, I worked out in the signal cabin out in Multi, doing the level crossing out there.
Pat Tiernan was at that for a good while
Pat
as well.
Michael was there, yeah, the two boys, yeah. I used to take over, do the nights. We used to switch over days and nights.
And then around the 80s he says, I'm going to go to England. What brought you to England?
Don't know, just took a wild session myself and Enda Collins.
Go on.
Yeah, headed for Holyhead and down into Watford, where I'm still living in Watford.
Wow.
Yeah, met a lad from Knockdrin, Christy Joyce, and then I had the pleasure of meeting Tommy McCarthy. Remember Tommy Ruby?
Yeah.
Tommy and Liam Lord Mercenham, and then Kevin, did my brothers or Robbie.
Right, and did they give you the start then down there?
No, they put me up on the sofa. They were sofa, what do they call it now? Surfing. And 34 years ago.
Was that a drinking surfing session?
No, we didn't, no sessions at all. It was out the next day, maybe a couple of days. Tommy got me a job in the Flag and Firkin, which was a pub beside the Watford Junction. And
hard one to say when you're drunk.
No.
Flag and
Firkin, yeah.
Okay,
but there was a lad there, and I remember an Athlone man.
Right.
My second day, of course, could have a bottle of whatever it was, but I poured it straight out. Oh, Jesus, he said, don't do that. Those segments seeing you in the bottom.
Oh, no.
And you have to pour it out, let them customer pour it themselves.
Oh.
So it was one of them drinks, like, you know.
The one I can relate to is the one that I had a job in the Beehive as a kid. And I says, today now I'm going to be a barman. I sort of was working my way up. So anyway, I ended up opening up a bottle of brandy, and I says, right, just this is the way to do it. And there is a great feeling to open a bottle of brandy and you pop it out and put the machine into it, which the little optic, and then I put the optic up like that, but I forgot to hold the optic.
Oh, there was some roaring then.
There
was a fair howl out of the urinal that time.
So that was the end of my, at the beginning and the end of my bar career, but that's a learning curve, you know.
Yeah, the NLI served my time with George Evans, Lord of Mercenham, yeah. Bottling up, and then it was busy one Thursday night, bit of music, and you go in there and pull a pint and took off from there.
Off you go.
Because I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed talking to people.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're a social man, you see. But tell us, Mullingar's changed a good lot since.
Oh, it's crazy.
Isn't it?
Crazy. Absolute crazy, like.
We knew everyone down the street.
Yeah. I mean, even to drive from the morgue over toward Bloomfield.
Yeah.
Houses.
On that whole new ring road,
yeah,
like,
ring road, like,
and then the
crazy.
bridge as well, after going in there as well.
Yeah.
The town is sort of a ring road now, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, we
yeah.
used to play in them fields out there then,
right.
near the Brusna and all, you know.
Yeah.
But tell us, you're home to do a good job.
Do a turn for Mum, yeah.
Yeah.
Take her up to Dublin tomorrow and head back then again Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon.
And what are you at now in England?
So I'm working for a company called Krispy Kreme. You know, the donuts.
Yeah.
American donuts. I'm working for them. I do 4 nights a week. Go around delivering them at night time. Something like Adrian Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Up early in the morning singing with the birds. And singing away to ourselves, our own bosses, and away you go.
Happy days.
Happy days, yeah.
So, as I said, you went to England, started in the pubs, and then you moved on, but you ended up working for the great Jim.
Did. Yeah, nearly 13 years with Jim. Started on site as a chain boy, and then...
Chain boy?
Chain boy, which is the guy that holds the level for the boys, the engineers.
Right.
We call them chain boys. So started there up to me knee balls and
concrete.
Muck and roar.
And how did you know Jim then from Mullingar?
Oh, I did, yeah. I knew Jim from when I was tiny, like through the soccer, like through the father.
Ah, correct. Because
The
your
father
father
was chairman of the soccer club.
Right.
And Jim at that time was studying. I remember he used to have the Fiat Mirafiori, and he'd be flying up and the father would always want a quick lift back because the rest of them would be stopping for pints.
Right.
The father wasn't into the pints, like,
Yeah.
or else he could be playing with Dinny.
Yeah.
In the gravel or somewhere, like.
Oh, your father played music as well?
Yeah, he played the drums with Dinny.
Gee, God.
He did a lifetime with Dinny.
He was a bit like yourself, a bit of a working man.
Oh, CIE and Dinny, yeah.
Oh, God.
He was, I think it was 40 years he done with CIE. He retired early. He took early retirement at 55.
But at that time, CIE was down to the generations. Like,
that's I worked there, and as I say, Bobby Horns and Niall's granddad, and all the Horns, they were all railway men as well, like, you know.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Niall Horns now. That's Niall Horns' father, and it's generation. But Niall got out of the railroad. He on another mission.
He went and built his own railroad. Fair play to him. But another grounded lad.
Absolutely,
100%, like, he never walked by you.
Yeah.
You know.
But so generations then. Did your father then go back into generations of the railroad as well?
Mm.
So his father.
No. My grandfather, I don't know what granddad, I don't know, to be honest.
Mm. But he was from Mullingar as well, was he?
Mullingar man, yeah. Barrack Street.
Ah.
Yeah, Barrack Street. I think it was the cattle bank, I think the father started on. Then he went down to Gentex. There was a factory in Gentex. He was there for a while.
Right.
And came back up to Mullingar again on the railway.
Wow.
And 40 years later, then he was retired.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And as well as that, then he was doing the bit of music and the football.
And the football,
And all he'd do was climb out to the back window and out onto the field.
Down to the pitch, yeah. Down to the pitch.
Was he any good at football?
I reckon he was all right, like, for a small man. To say he was small, but he was nimble. He said he never said much about his playing career.
Yeah.
But he enjoyed his football now. That's the one thing I do. I missed a phone call, like, you know, to have a bit of slagging. He was mad Arsenal.
Right.
Arsenal through and through.
Then you ended up working with football teams.
Yeah, I was driving the team bus for the Saracens rugby team for 4 seasons, and then I ended up the kit man who's at Scotland now.
Yeah. The
Scotland kit man left, and the Saracens asked me would I come on board as a kit man. Well, not as a number 2.
Right.
Roy Raylan was the number 1 kit man. He was there. He was 29 years with Tottenham before he came to Saracens. So I learned off one of the best, to be fair.
And so a kit man, what did he do?
So we dress the players more or less. They go training, we wash the kit, we fold it, we
iron it. Were you good at ironing? You were?
No ironing. It was just hold on, spit and shine, and that's it. Hanging up.
Hanging up would be fine.
Hanging up would be alright, yeah.
So that meant at your house then there was loads of washing out the back.
Oh no, we had our own. This is a professional outfit now.
Your father's house.
Oh yeah, years ago there was jerseys. Yeah. Oh Jesus, yeah. Because there's no laundrettes in.
Yeah, that's right.
It was always went to the laundrette then, but now, no. She'd be washing it maybe 1 week, and then somebody else would have to take it away another week, and.
Now, you met Jim, so you met him in London, was it? He came into the pub one day and he says, "Yeah, do you know, I'm looking for a lad."
No, I don't know how we actually met up, or did he ring me and say he was in Watford, because he done a lot of work around Watford. And
did he have a box in Watford?
He did, yeah. Well, that was it later on when the company got big, a lot bigger then, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. We had the Ascot. Just saying there on a few of the notes, the contracts that we did have.
Yeah.
There was a big, huge DIDCOT, the Innovation Centre out in DIDCOT, which is a huge lab, which played a large part in finding the cure for that virus, the COVID.
Oh, right.
Scanmore had done all the ground and foundation works for that. Chelsea Westminster Hospital, down the Fulham Palace Road, one of the most exclusive roads in the country, in England.
So Jim was some operator.
Oh, I tell you, he could sell sand to the Arabs. And I heard Martin on about that FAI meeting above in Dublin. I'd say them boys, that's what they asked me. I'd say they told them, lads, will you go away for have a cup of tea for yourselves?
Right, because
we can have a little word among ourselves.
Yeah.
That is definitely the way it happened, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had great contacts. He had massive contacts.
And no fear of meeting anyone?
None whatsoever.
And was able to pass himself and be respected as well, like?
I wrote there in a little note.
Yeah.
Horse Guards Parade, or the Horse Guards Polo Ground.
Right.
Royal Windsor Park. Cuddy. Yes, Jim. I need you to drive us tonight, or today. I said, okay, Jim, no problem. Where are we going? I don't know. Broxy, I tell you. And this John Brox was a guy who put Jim. He'd be feeling work like for Jim.
Right.
So anyway, Jim, terrible man for time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, brutal. So Broxy now in this pinstripe suit.
Yeah.
The wide pinstripes, like. I always said it makes him you make it look skinnier in a pinstripe suit.
Right.
So that's why Jim started wearing it. So anyway, two boys were sitting in the back of the Jag. I'm driving along, and I said, "Broxy, what time is the first race?" And I look in the mirror and I could see Broxy going, "James," he said, "it's a polo match." He said, "We're going to polo match," and he said, "Every quarter," he says, "we have to go out and replace the divots with your shoes." What? I got me good Italian shoes on here. I'm going to replace no divots with these. Oh, that was one of the stories that I can just.
And this was really going to an event, really to get work,
meet
like
a guy.
Yeah.
They were going building a hotel. Gannell was the company. A £15 million hotel down at Tower Bridge, which they were successful with. And I'll never forget when the boys obviously walked in and had their meeting, and then of course I had a little nose around, had a look in this tent, and there was a nice head of a horse in ice. Man, it was unbelievable. It was crazy, like it's something that had sunk the Titanic. It was massive. But yeah, it was just Hubert Welt was there that day, like, you know.
God.
Oh, it was crazy. But there were a couple of the places we went. I went with Jim, like Twickenham to the rugby, Royal Ascot. He'd do the full week in Royal Ascot.
And he'd know everyone in the place.
They'd know even the girls, they'd be serving the dinners.
He'd have their name.
Yeah.
Another thing as well
and
was
a little drink for the girls, like, you know, just make sure everybody's looked after.
Yeah.
And that was the way, like, and they did look after him. Like,
I believe he had a photographic memory. He could remember numbers, remember names.
Yeah.
People.
He would. He'd look over, like, you know, it'd take him a couple of minutes, and he'd be talking his way around as I don't know, one of the lads said it, Patsy was on about Bertie.
Yeah.
I remember I was at the table that night, or that afternoon. That was a Moore Park Golf Club.
Right.
It was the Fianna Fáil golf day.
Yeah.
and he played a trump card that day, like, and he had a couple of good top of the range quantity surveyors, like, and that, like.
Right.
But yeah, he played a trump card that day. Bertie, betcha. Oh yeah. I see when he came over, the man knows the Prime Minister. It was class.
Job gone.
Yeah, job done. Yeah. You know, hook, line, sinker.
But so that was it. You done driving for them. You done every sort of job.
I done plant and transport for him. Yeah.
Plant and transport would have been very important because that'd be the lad who's pulling onto the site, making sure everything is right.
We had nearly 100 vans in the road at that time.
Wow.
100 vehicles, maybe 8 million pounds worth of plant, track machinery, like. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff. It was busy. It was a busy time, like. And then he'd be saying to you, he'd come in Monday. Hey, you got your suit with you? I said, Jim, I have like a load of work to do. Oh, Jesus, he's got to go down to play golf down at somewhere. He'd be going down to play golf at the London Irish Association or something like that, or Irish Association in Great Britain. He was a great man for that one. And but Peter May, I have to tell you this one as well. He would have been a financial director, more or less. And he said, Jim, we're going to this do tonight, yeah. Can you sit in your hands, please? Look at it, there's no use bringing ye boys, he said, to this do, he says. You have to be seen and heard to be an auction, like.
An auction?
Could be an auction. Roy Keane's boots, I remember buying. I won't say what we paid for them.
Right.
We bought a pair of Roy Keane's signed boots. And I showed Jim about 2 weeks later in the Westmead Examiner. There was a pair of boots above in the Park Hotel. £1,100 they went for, or €1,100. Throw away that paper. Don't throw that to Peter May, he'd say. But yeah.
So on these missions then, were you the driver?
I was driving.
Right, so you had to look after the army.
Sometimes we'd have to call in the backup.
Oh, right. Down a man.
It could be a long day. There was a pair of twins from Mayo, Gallagher's, the Gallagher twins. Lord of Mercy, one of them is gone now.
Yeah.
Pat is dead. But they were great characters. Great, ring them up.
Right.
Well, these boys now, you think they never left Mayo, and do you know what you were? I can't say it in the camera.
Yeah.
And where's the Lachico? He'd say.
Yeah.
He'd be like Jim, like. Oh, so he's over there in the corner talking to such and such a fella. Yeah, talking horse, he'd say. Talking horse. But yeah, there were some great characters in London.
So were they business people then, the Gallaghers, or were
No, they didn't work for Jim. They were the 2 3.5 ton vans.
Right.
And they used to go around to sites picking up stuff.
Right.
And if it wasn't nailed down, the boys would have it gone. And they'd be gone to another job. It mightn't be hours at all, like.
But they made sure that everything was clear. The site, you went in on a clean site, you left a clean site. They done the job. Sure, that was important.
Oh yeah.
And even with all that technology and all that equipment, was there stuff lifted?
Oh Jesus!
Like it was hard. Like even in Ireland, you see them with the trucks and like the diggers are always onto the.
Yeah, and even with the tracker, even with the trackers now, like I mean, they'll find them like in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know. How they find them, I don't know, but yeah, they'll still take them. Like.
That's right, because the lads would put the bucket on top of the bucket and then they'd leave the site and they'd nail everything down.
Everything been tied down. But sure, it's the same with the Range Rovers now in England. In London, you can't get insurance on them.
Why? Too easy to get into.
Too easy to get into.
Is that the new Range Rovers?
Yeah, they're popping the back of them. They're seemingly cutting out a little.
Well, that's right. I've seen it. Yeah, they cut it.
They cut it and they pop the back of it and then
you're in.
You say hello, bang bang, and off it goes.
I don't like the new Range Rovers.
I haven't looked at them yet.
There's a few around actually. A lot of people home from England at the moment.
Yeah.
A few Range Rovers in Mullingar.
As a fella might say, the photograph of a turkey. I haven't got the turkey money yet, but I have a photograph of it for Christmas.
Well, look, there you are. There's Cozy, folks, sharing a few stories with us before he heads home to his mother. And really, really appreciate coming on board, Cozy. And to all our friends looking in, feel free to share our posts. And as well as that, if you have a story you want to share with us, send us a message and sure we'll invite you on the bus. As we were always saying to Paddy here, or Cozy, Paddy is on his name when he's on Facebook. He's not driving anymore. So to the rest of the people who are looking in, all our friends who are looking in all the time, this is the man in person, and it's great to get an opportunity because in this virtual world, to meet people in person. And once again, thanks for looking in, and bye for now from myself.
And just a quick one,
yes.
Just a speedy recovery to my mother-in-law up in Mayo in Swinford.
Oh yeah,
she's under the weather at the moment, so we're hoping for a speedy recovery. Thanks for Fran. All right,
bye for now.